Hey, good afternoon, Mount Juliet. It's Deputy Chief Chandler with your police department. I wanted to provide a bit of an update from this morning's suspect search that if you are connected with us on MJ Alert, that's our alert text, you know all about it. But basically this morning around 10:20 a.m., our dispatch center received information from Lebanon Police Department that they were in pursuit of a stolen vehicle that was taken in a carjacking out of Louisville, Kentucky. They were alerted to this vehicle through their license plate reader systems on Highway 109. It then entered I 40 West, and that's when we were notified. We sent officers to the I 40 area, different streets near the interstate, and our plan is always to deploy spike systems to end this dangerous pursuit that's taking place. Some of our officers were able to get down in that area, but as Lebanon was exiting at Golden Bear Gateway, they terminated their pursuit. We, weren't really in a position to see the vehicle, so we didn't know which way it went. Thankfully, we also have license plate readers, and so it then alerted us that it went southbound on Golden Bear Gateway, also known as Beckwith Road, once you cross over that overpass. And so they were headed south on Beckwith Road. And at the same time this is going on, a Wilson County deputy spots the vehicle and attempts to catch up to that car to re-engage pursuit to hopefully stop these dangerous suspects. But that deputy lost sight of it around Beckwith Road and South Rutland Road. We didn't know where the vehicle was, but we knew that if it was out of our city, we likely would have received another alert through our Guardian Shield, which is also our license plate reader program. And we didn't see any alerts on Central Pike, any on South Rutland Road. And our officers, knowing that, strategically began to patrol the neighborhoods along Beckwith Road, Beckwith Crossing, Kennington area, all the different neighborhoods in that area. And one of our officers spotted the car abandoned on Seiler Drive, which is in the Beckwith Crossing neighborhood. So more officers then flooded the area. We set up a containment perimeter around where we think the suspects could have fled to. And then all this is in motion. That officer is working with witnesses in the area, residents that lived where this car was abandoned, and asking them if they saw anyone get out of it. Thankfully, some did. One even took a picture of them, of the suspects, which was the description that went out was a thin black male and a white female, of course, with their clothing description, but they also had a large black dog with them. And so we got that photo. We sent it to our officers. We then let everyone know in the community through our MJ alert system what we were looking for. And of course, calling in more resources. A lot of fields out in that area, some woods out in that area, of course, a lot of neighborhoods and homes under construction in that area. So we needed a lot of resources to try to find what we thought really at the time was just armed carjacking suspects in this armed carjacked vehicle. But as other units are responding to the scene, our alert text is going out. A neighbor of that neighborhood in Beckwith Crossing, actually it was Kennington subdivision off Collier Road. They saw these suspects running through their backyard. So we then were able to send a bunch of officers in that area, quick search. That we found the suspects. First, we found the male, then we found the female and the dog, and both are in custody. Interesting enough, though, once we were able to identify these two individuals, we discovered they were also wanted for murder out of Shelby County, Kentucky, which is near Louisville. And Louisville is where the car was carjacked at. So the murder investigation began at the end of August, and the car was carjacked on September the 5th. They happened to be driving through the Highway 109 area, of course, alerted Lebanon police. That allowed us to get involved, and then that allowed us to eventually apprehend them. So we're grateful for this apprehension. It wouldn't have been possible without all of the close partnerships we have with other agencies, the quick communication back and forth. It wouldn't be possible without our license plate reader system, and just having dedicated, committed officers quickly able to respond. They're very strategic. They know what they're doing, setting up a good perimeter, and then eventually locating them. What also helps is our MJ alert system. When our public can get a text in real time directly from their police department about exactly what we are looking for, that just enables everyone else to be on the lookout. And when these individuals are spotted, our residents can call 911 and quickly let us know if they see these suspects. And that is an example of where it worked very well in this situation. And just couldn't be more grateful for the outcome in this. No one was injured, no use of force had to be used. It all just went very well, considering all the different circumstances that we had of individuals in an armed carjacked vehicle where it was taken at gunpoint. And then learning after the fact, once we get them into custody, that they were actually wanted for murder out of Kentucky as well. So good outcome. Grateful for the support for our community, our elected body, everyone that just continues to pour in their love and support for our police department because it does have good results. You see it every day in how we're able to keep our community safe. You saw recent numbers that went out that saw how many wanted people have been apprehended in our community, but also how other crimes are just going down. Vehicle burglary, which to me is a good metric for community safety. And that is even down from year after year from the past 4 different years, from 2022 to today. And that number is out there. I can't remember what it was exactly. But we're just grateful to see those numbers down. We believe it's because our officers, they're hardworking, but also supplemented with the technology that we have through our license plate readers, intersection cameras, future drone as a first responder program, which is coming on board very, very soon. If we had our drone as a first responder, are those drones available today where they can automatically launch off of headquarters or a fire station down south? We wouldn't have had to call for help from the Metro helicopter. That drone could have been on scene within 45 seconds and be overhead to be able to see where these suspects were going, because it's a lot easier to search for people 400 feet up in the air, right, rather than ground level when you have all those obstacles such as trees and bushes and high grass and other buildings blocking your view. And we hope to have that going close towards the end of the year, is what we're getting from our vendor on when we can have that drone, those drones installed in our community. It takes anywhere from 15 to 20, 30 minutes, even to an hour to get helicopter assistance, which makes sense. We have to call them, let them know why we need them, and then they ask their supervision if it's okay to launch the helicopter to help us. It just takes time. But we're grateful for the support. It's definitely helpful when we can quickly get those helicopters on scene. But we're hopeful towards the end of this year, our drone program will be in effect and we won't have to wait. That drone can be immediately on scene for when we're responding to active incidents, but also when we're searching for those suspects that are out there. So anytime I do one of these live updates, it allows for interaction. So if you have a question, please just type that in the comments and I'll be glad to get to that. So first question from Gage, he's asking, did the canines get any action? And Gage, we had canine Citron out on the ground searching as well. He was following different tracks throughout. But when we got those alerts from the citizens of them spotting them running through their backyards, it just helped us even more. And we were able to go to those areas and tighten that containment perimeter up and then find the suspect. So we definitely used Citron. He was out there. His nose really didn't lead us directly to the suspect in this case. And Ezekiel just asked, did MJPD capture both suspects? Of course we did. Definitely no longer a suspect search. They were caught back to back this morning, shortly after we found that abandoned car. See just the kind comments from Karen. So blessed for MJPD in the LPRs. Thanks for all you do. And from Clarence, incredible work, incredible police department. Thank you for that. And just with Jennifer here, thank you so much for keeping our community safe and keeping our roads safe as well. Way to go, MJPD. Thanks for keeping us safe. And other folks just cheering on Canine Citron. And we love that four-legged furry police officer that's out there partnering with Officer Brown. They do a great job. But anyway, just had a moment to come live to you just to speak about this. It definitely was a incident that is abnormal for our community. It's not every day we interact with people who are wanted for murder, and today it was. And there was a search throughout one of our busy neighborhoods on the south end of town. So connect with us, please, if you can, on MJ Alert. If you haven't, let me put up the banner that gives the details on that. And let's see here. So yeah, there you go. You can text MJ to the phone number 67283 and be connected with us on MJ Alert. You get text about all kinds of things, but when we really need to let you know about something, you're going to get those texts as well. And in this case, we really needed to let our community know about a suspect search. We sent the text out. It's obvious our residents read the text and they knew we were looking for someone, and they began to report where they saw these individuals running. It is so, so helpful in what we do to keep this community safe. And we're so grateful for the partnership that we have with our community that allows us to have tools like this as we keep doing whatever we can to maintain one of the safest communities in Tennessee. You know, SafeWise recently rated us as the 4th safest city in all of Tennessee. But if you look at the cities before us, if I combine all those populations up, they don't even reach the population that we have today. So there was like a city of 4,000 people, 8,000 people, and 18,500 people before us. Those cities are also not next to and have a major interstate running through town, have the level of retail shopping that we have, nor do they have the proximity of us to Metro Nashville. And we've all seen the news reports where Metro Nashville is in the top 15, top 10, depending on what report you look at, of areas with a high crime rate. So we have to work hard in our community to keep our community safe because criminals don't really know borders and they cross over from time to time to try to commit crime here. Thankfully, we see intelligence, we see their social media where they warn people to stay away from Mount Juliet. And that's the goal we're trying to achieve, is we don't want criminals to come here. If they come here, they're going to get caught. If they get caught, they're going to be held accountable here. And by the intelligence we see online on their social media channels, what we're doing is working because they are talking about just staying away from Mount Juliet. And when someone is caught in Mount Juliet that they know about or who they know as a friend or an acquaintance, they begin to make comments about they should have known better not to go to Mount Juliet. So in this case, with the suspects from Kentucky, I'm sure they had no idea about Wilson County, the tools that Lebanon police have and the tools that we have and the support that we have and the way we have a good, close working relationship with everyone around us. If so, they probably would have went a different direction. So with that, folks, have a wonderful evening. Be safe. If there's anything that you need at all, we're just a phone call away. Just give us a call and we'll try to help. But take care.